Halo, ini video ketujuh gue, latihan speaking bahasa Inggris. Jadi memang kalau kita mau lancar bahasa Inggris memang nggak ada cara gitu untuk latihan aja tiap hari gitu, dan gue memutuskan untuk membuat video ini. Sebenarnya ini lebih ke dokumentasi pribadi ya, untuk gue tonton sendiri, supaya nanti gue bisa melihat perkembangannya gitu, dan dokumentasikan untuk menambah, eee, kita bisa lihat sendiri, analisa sendiri gitu. Sebenarnya ada grup bagus di Facebook, Influency Community. Kalau kalian mau ikutan gabung, ntar gue kasih linknya di bawah gitu. Di situ banyak orang asing, di situ kalian bisa latihan, terus bisa posting video di situ. Tapi gue jarang posting video di situ. Gue mendingan posting video di YouTube channel gue sendiri, terus gue latihan sendiri, terus gue analisa sendiri aja kayak gitu. Nah sekarang gue lagi pingin belajar British accent, walaupun memang nggak bisa gitu kan. Tapi kan ya udah, susah banget. Oke, kalau begitu gue akan ganti pakai bahasa Inggris. Oke, kalau begitu. Hello, Iman Purwe here. In today's video, I want to start to ramble again. And in today's video, I want to talk to you about the importance of practicing. Because I just watched a video by a Ukrainian woman. So she lives in Ukraine and never went to America, but she really has a great American accent, and her English is so beautiful. But now she moves to America. I don't know exactly where she lives in America, but she said that she's gone to America. She moves to America, and then she lives there with her husband. And then she made a video talking about how people. I forgot about the people. The title of the video that she made. Okay. This is the title of the video. Why some people who move to an English-speaking country never become fluent in English. So she says in her video that she met people who have lived for like 20 years in United States, but she barely can speak English. It's not barely can speak, but they speak only basic English, So she says that it doesn't matter where you live, even if you're not living in an English-speaking country. This is really hard talking with this kind of accent. This is really hard because I'm not used to this kind of accent. This is really new, and I still try to get the hang of it, but this is really hard. This is still really hard, so I have to kind of but the good thing about using this kind of accent, it will kind of slow me down a little bit to really think about the words that I'm going to choose, and whether the grammar kind of thing that I'm going to also be using in my sentences, But the thing is, the more I think about the grammar, I'm one of the people that cannot really learn from grammar books, because it is really confusing. And I've got to say, I'm not a grammar kind of guy. I don't really care about grammar books. It is really hard for me to learn English through grammar books like that. And I usually learn English through just listening to a lot of podcasts. Right now, I'm listening to this Luke's English podcast, and I try to mimic his accent, his British accent, because I love his accent. Actually, I do not really kind of love British accent, but hearing this Luke's accent is really like, wow, this this guy's accent is really good. I don't know, because when I hear when someone speak, when it kind of when it kind of moved me, and then wow, this guy's has a nice accent. I really need to learn from him. So also, but in my opinion, for a daily life, I'm thinking about, I'm using like American accent. Like for now, I'm because I listen to a lot of podcasts back in the days. It's easier for me to use American accent than to use the British accent. I don't really, because I hate British movies, that kind of things. I don't know. But right now, in my opinion, British accent is really good when you are reading something, reading novel, reading stories like that. It is really good when you're using British accent to read novels, for example, read children's stories or read any stories. It is really good. But when talking, I don't know, it sounds too formal. It sounds too formal in my ear, to my ears. And I still have a hard time like pronouncing "ah," like "car." But you really need you really need to also learn the connected speech, where you still also pronounce the R. In car, you don't pronounce the R there, but in car, and when you connect with the car and bike, car and bicycle, and then you pronounce the R in the car and bicycle, not car and bicycle, not like that. It is really hard to know like the kind of thing, because I'm not used to listening to a lot of British podcasts. So it's really hard for me to really using this kind of accent. But I'm really want to try to get it going and see where I can get to this kind of accent, where it will take me. I will try to use it and to know where it will take me, and I will also practice every day. And English, in my opinion, is only about practicing. If you don't practice, if you want to get good in your target language, whether it is English or Japanese, whatever language that you want to become fluent in, the thing is, you really need to practice, just like what Anna says from English Fluency Journey. She says that she met a lot of people that have been living in the United States and then still cannot speak fluently, Maybe because they hang out with people from their country. Like, for example, if I go to America, for example, if I go to America and then I spend most of my time in America only with Indonesian people, my English will not getting better, because I only hang out with Indonesian people and using Bahasa Indonesia all the time, But when I go, but if I go to America and then I speak to American and then I hang out with Americans, and then it will kind of like force me to really speak English all the time. And it will force me to speak in English, because they don't understand Indonesian, okay? Because they don't understand Bahasa Indonesia, right? So I really have to use English all the time when communicating with them. That's the point when you go abroad, when you Like so, lots of something says that uh, to be able to speak fluently in your target language, for example, to be able to speak fluently in English, you have to live and you have to immerse yourself in English, and you have to also live in English speaking countries, But uh, but the fact says that you don't need to live in an English speaking country to become fluent in English. And I've known a lot of people who have done that. For example, like Anna from English Fluency Journey, she became fluent before she moved to US. And also like Hadar Shemesh, she becomes fluent also before she moves to America. So for like that, so it's kind of like it's all about practicing, and this is really hard. I don't know what I'm talking about. That's okay, because right now I kind of like ramble, okay? But this is like the 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 most oh, I don't know how to say it. The most the I will find that word later. So because it's already 10 minutes, that's going to be it for today. So I think that's going to be it for today. So talk to you soon, and bye now.